Hi, my name's Hannah Schaefer. I've just taken part on the gsumud flotilla with the aim of delivering humanitarian aid to Gaza. Our boat was intercepted by Israeli armed forces at one point, and we were kidnapped. A young woman had been shot. She had recoil in her leg. Later on, she was in the marrow. She'd been taken to hospital and given antibiotics, which then the Israeli guard gave to her. We were shoved into the prison compound where we were held for like 48 hours. We were forced to take our outer layers of clothing off. They zip-tied my hands. They also put in shackles on our legs. And the Wednesday we arrived at Ashdod, we were called out of shipping containers and made to sit in the sun and forced to kneel with our heads down. Anytime anybody put their head up, a soldier would come and kneel on the head. So a soldier came and knelt on my head at one point. Every time we had to go anywhere, they'd push my head down and drag me. It's a lot of strain across your neck and your shoulders and your lower back. Putting their fingers in pressure points on your neck to inflict as much pain and discomfort as possible. And then if you tried to relax into the position at all, they'd be like, straighten your legs, and like hitting you at the same time. Like at one point they grabbed my hair and pulled me up, and then they'd throw you on the floor and they'd grab your hair and pull you up. I was strip stitched, I think, 3 times in that facility. Before the strip stitch, they cut the zip ties off, and then after that they put handcuffs on. The handcuffs are made in England. They put us in a cell and they made us kneel in stress position again. Eventually there was about like 18 of us in there in a cell with 8 bunks in. But there was no mattresses anyway, so it didn't really matter. When I was taken out of the cell with my hands behind my back, I was shoved on the floor, and then she picked me up by my handcuffs. So she shoved me on the floor, holding onto my handcuffs, so that wrenched my shoulder, and then she picked me up and they wrenched my shoulder again. There was a toilet and a tap in that cell. It's really difficult to try and get your pants up and down when you've got your hands behind your back. We did manage to turn the tap on and off with our noses so we could get them for water, and that was the first time we'd had any water. So we were trying to sleep as best we could, and every now and then they'd come round and they'd shout at us and they'd turn the light on or off, and then they made us all get up, and every time anybody looked up, head down, and they'd like ram your head down. And they took us out into the yard and they made us kneel again. It was quite cold at night. Eventually we went back to the cell. Like an hour later they came and they woke us all up again, and they actually took our handcuffs off. So then about an hour later they came and woke us up again and put our handcuffs back on. And then maybe an hour after that they came and took us out and told us we were going to go and see the judge. And it turned out they were taking us on a very long drive. It was probably about 4 hours to an airport. The Israelis were abusive to us right up to the very end. So one of the things that sustained me was knowing, like, I had friends and family at home who were advocating for me. Whereas there's like 10,000 Palestinians in custody right now, suffering, who don't have that safety net outside, who aren't going to be released. They're held for months and years, often without charge. My heart goes out to them and to their suffering and their resilience. I would urge anybody and everyone to take whatever action they can to put an end to it. Free Palestine!